Hi there, my name is PACKED, and you're the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. And I want to talk today about Sapphire and Still. I freaking love Sapphire and Still. And if you don't know what it is, you're going to know in about 10 minutes what it is. It's a fantastic show. It ran from 1979 to 1982. It ran on ITV. In England, you had essentially two channels. Well, you had three. You had BBC One, BBC Two, and ITV. I think in a few years' time you'll get the fourth one, Channel 4. And then by the 90s, I'd left England. And sometime after that, they had Channel 5 and satellite came. Everything changed. But basically, you have a few channels. You had BBC and ITV were the two main blocks. So ITV was made up of all these little regions, and they would. So there was no consistency about when anything would be shown on ITV. It would be different depending where you were. But there was this show called Sapphire and Still. Sapphire and Still, I can't remember. I should have really looked it up. I think it was a successor to the other ITV show. The main BBC sci-fi show was called Doctor Who, and then a slightly more adult one was Blake Seven. So the in the response to that on ITV, there was firstly the Tomorrow People. And then there was a show, Sapphire and Still. Tomorrow People I might talk about next week. So the reason I'm talking about this, the reason I'm bringing up Sapphire and Still, is because in 2004, there was a revival of it on audio by Big Finish, the company who does very, very good audio plays. And now I see they're out of print, and you can't buy them digitally anymore from them, which means I think their license has expired, which means I just think they're defunct, and nobody really cares about them. So I give stuff away on my channel every week. So what I'm giving away this week, if you go to the video notes, there is a link to the first of the Big Finish audio Sapphire and Still stories that you can download. Let me know if you enjoy it. Download it, enjoy it. I think it's really good. I don't think I'm getting in trouble for it, because I just don't think anybody has a license or particularly cares. Yeah, but if I get in trouble, I'll come down, I guess. Yeah, that's just what's going to happen. So go check the videos. Also, giving away a freaking awesome prizes. Now, the reason I'm doing all this stuff is I want you to subscribe. I very much want you to subscribe. I don't know if I've ever been coy about it. But yeah, look, I'm getting towards 1,000 subscribers. I've got like 80 to go, and it's crawling now. Oh my god, it's like, it's like tearing my face off trying to get subscribed. I don't know. You don't try and get subscribed. You just like hang out and hopefully it happens. So yeah, if you can hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the share button. If you hit the subscribe button, you can be entered to win this fantastic prize. I give stuff away every week on the channel. Real stuff. You like stuff, I like stuff. Something away this week is awesome. It's called The Matrix Ultimate Box Set. It's got The Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolutions, The Animatrix, and The Matrix Experience. Matrix Experience is just like making of it. It's very good though. Animatrix is like anime. So all you need to do to win is subscribe to the channel, and then in the hashtag, in the comments, leave the hashtag "There is no spoon." There is no spoon, because I firmly believe that's a fundamental truth that we learned in the Matrix. A really, really good movie. So yeah, good luck. I normally do the giveaway. Do have these competitions run for 1 week, because this is such a great prize. I'm going to have it run for 2 weeks, because it really is. I mean, just look at the packaging. It's all, if you can see, it's like lenticular. It's so cool. Anyway, fine. So let's talk about Sapphire and Still. So Sapphire and Still, it was very ambiguous about what it really was. You never really knew what Sapphire and Still was. Now, firstly, you can just go and go to YouTube. Google, search Sapphire and Still, you'll find all of them. They're all there on YouTube for you to watch, and they're all really good. I mean, they are pretty darn good. But yeah, okay, so the Sapphire and Still, it opened up with this narration, which sort of tried to explain it, but didn't really. It just added more layers of mystery. You got the feeling there's something going on that you don't understand, but there's something more out there going on. You got the feeling there was like a plan. So the narration started off, it was like this blank space for... And it was like the music, boom. I would play it for you, but I don't get a copyright strike, even though the whole thing's on YouTube. I don't know. So I was like, boom, boom, boom. This like music, and then you have this like big booming voice comes on and says, "All irregularities will be handled by the forces controlling each dimension." What does that mean? I don't know. Nobody knows. Okay, then it gets more confusing. Transuranic heavy elements may not be used where there is life. Medium atomic weights are available. Go, and then and you saw this like little like, I don't know, house hut thing like fade in the background, and there was like this checkerboard appeared in space. It was so weird. Who knows what I mean? And so yeah, the medium atomic weights are available. Gold, and as they said, each one a little like ball of will fly out. So gold, lead, copper, jet, diamond, radium, sapphire, silver, and steel. Sapphire and steel have been assigned. So, okay, nobody really knows what that was. So then they would show up at these places. There's only how many stories? Like six, 7 stories. They would show up. Sapphire and Steel. Sapphire was this very, very, very glamorous woman played by Joanna Lumley. Joanna Lumley came to prominence in my mind. Is in the New Avengers, the sequel to the Avengers series. She played Purdy, and she was the epitome of like glamour and this seductive, gorgeous glamour. She still is, stunning. She's a model. She's stunning all life, and she's got this very warm radiance to her. Her performance was just lovely, but she somehow kind of manipulates time. Her blue eyes would like suddenly pulse blue, and she can send time back a few minutes. And it was like this heartbeat sound going on as it happened. And then her partner was Steele. Steele was played by David McCallum, the blonde guy from The Man from U.N.C.L.E. He was very hard and chipped, and he was kind of like the muscle. And he was bad cop and she was good cop. She was empathy and he was good. So that and what they did was they investigated breakdowns in reality, breakdowns in time, and breakdowns in reality. And this series was the brainchild of Peter Hammond. I think it's probably his best work. Now, be warned, when you watch it, however, it's clear it was designed for weekly episodic TV in the late 70s, early 80s, because it did repeat the end, the cliffhanger ending. So you watch it, and the episodes were kind of short. Episodes were like 25 minutes, and like 3 or 4 of those minutes were repeated again at the beginning of the second episode. So let me go through the stories with you. So the first one is about these kids and family alone in a farmhouse, and there's some kind of time rift happening from the time of the Black Death, and the Sapphire and Steel have been deployed to deal with the situation, to fix it. The second, that's a reasonably good story, but the second story is the one that really, really, I think, put it on the map, and it's a really, really fantastic story. This was in the first year. That was in 1979. None of these stories have titles. Okay, so the second story is set in a disused railway station, and it's about a ghost hunter, who's picked up paranormal activity in this disused railway station. And what's going on? It's being used. There are real ghosts there, but it's being used by these ghosts who were killed in I think World War One, and it had this incredible resentment. It was used as a staging process to sort of invade reality. And it's really creepy, really clever. I just really, really liked it. So the third story, which happened, there was a good year break between the first season and the second one. Yeah, so the third story was in 81, was really clever as well. It also involved Silver. Silver was played by David Collins, I think, who recently passed away. He was also very good in... what was that? He's been in Doctor Who a bunch of times. He actually played the Doctor in audio in Mordred Undead. Not Mordred Undead, in Big Finish Unbound. It was very, very good. So anyway, he turns up at Still, which is kind of a technical expert. So what this story is, there's a time bubble from the future have come back in time to monitor the world of today. And so they're in this invisible habitat, this visible 1980s habitat on top of a building. And their society was built upon this great wrong, and it really deals with I think vivisection and animal rights. This one, it's again really, really clever, really, really frightening. The third I think that was the only. No, the second story in that season was it was set in a like kind of a rundown apartment where and we had like a bunch of lodgers, and there was some kind of nameless entity from outside of reality, which had no face. It was so creepy, you were able to be trapped inside photos. And if you were trapped inside photos, you couldn't move. And yeah, if you could get the photo could be burnt. and you'll be killed. It's absolutely clever. So then they had another season at the was it a year later, I think, where the one from last story was there was kind of a murder mystery weekend. It was set in the 1980s, but the murder mystery weekend was set in the 1930s, causing some kind of time rift. Again, Sapphire and Still were assigned to deal with it, and the final episode takes place in a motorway service station. Where you can get gas, get petrol, and it's really clever. Also has Still, but at the end of it, it's very you don't know what happens with them. The fate of Sapphire and Still are definitely left hanging. It's a really interesting, I would say, ambiguous series. So in 2004, it was brought back by Big Finish. I don't think it went incredibly well because as I said, it's not around anymore. They did was it first season they did 5 stories. The second season they did 6 stories, and the third season they did 4 stories. They couldn't get Joanna Lumley and David McCallum back. They probably could have got Joanna Lumley with them, I guess, but David McCallum would be too hard. So they recast with David Warner and Susanna Harker. And again, check it out for yourself. It's there in those. Or just go to YouTube and watch one of the video ones. They're just really excellent story, and it's a masterclass in setting up mystery as opposed to plot hole. But yeah, today we often have plot holes being written off as mysteries. Oh, that's a mystery. No. You can tell there is some kind of structure that Sapphire and Still and all the other elements work within and work behind. But you can also tell haven't revealed it all to you. That's called a mystery. Plot hole is, I don't care, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't, why they do it? Yeah, nobody's going to ask. That's the and I think that's the real difference in writing today and writing back then. Sapphire and Still, fantastic show. Love it to bits. Again, I really hope you check it out. That you check out the download in the video. And I really hope you subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. All those things are fantastic. My name is Sheila Beckin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, subscribe. I think I just said that. And have yourself a fantastic day.